It's Friday. It's August the 15th, and gang, I'm here to tell you what the workout is, and it's a known one. Today we actually have a benchmark for you, but let's talk about strength first. Today, man, if you wanted complexes, you got a complex today. We are going to be squat snatching, and we're going to be squat snatching quite a lot, but the hope is that the technique is what wins the day and not so much the loading, and that's going to have to be the case because here's what the complex of the day is. It is a pocket from the pocket squat snatch. It is which means like very little hip extension because you got no room for hip extension. Then a high hang squat snatch, which means a little bit of hip extension, and then a low hang squat snatch, which means more hip extension and more momentum, and then a from the ground squat snatch. Now, all of that is to be done, as close to without putting it down as possible, which means you are very limited in the loading, right? Because then let's say you were able to get really close to your 1 rep max on this. That would mean two things. One, you'd have to hold on to the bar way longer than you've ever had to hold on to your 1 rep max. And it also would mean that you'd be hitting it 4 times in quick succession, which is not something most of us are likely to be able to do with a loading that is close to our squat snatch. So what does that mean? It means that's not why we do a complex like this in order, what I'm saying is it's not, we don't do a complex like this so that you work at a very, very heavy load. It's so that we dial in technique from various positions. So you're going to be working at a lower loading today, where obviously we can't tell you exactly what loading to use, but you'll figure it out as you go. You will have the opportunity to ramp it, and you'll even have the opportunity to approach failure at whatever loading that ends up being. But just keep in mind, it is a single complex that includes 4 different squat snatches. So that's what we got going on today. But I hope you like snatching, because today's benchmark WOD is called just Randy. And what Randy is a singlet. It's one of those rare singlets, meaning it's just a WOD consisting of one movement, and that one movement is a light power snatch, 75 of them in fact. And this is a workout that exists, has existed for a long time, as one of the oldest OG benchmark named, if you will, workouts, and it's just those 75 snatches for time. They're power snatches, but they are meant to be light. This is the kind of workout that can go by pretty quickly. I'm looking at Laura's best ever Randy time is 3 minutes and 13 seconds. And yet still, I see like Fiona's done this in 8 minutes and 45. Paul's done this in 8 minutes and 45. Chase has done this in 6 minutes and 45. Mark has done this in 5 minutes and 8 seconds. It has the potential to be a quick one, and yet we will have a 15-minute cap on this one today for 2 reasons. One, we haven't done this one in a while. I can't remember the last day that we did it, or the last time that I would love in this video to tell you, hey, check your scores from such and such a date, but I'm looking at everybody's past scores and the dates are all over the place. Let's see, we had the last person to try this one, it appears, was Chase. Did this in November of last year. Several people haven't done this since June of 2019, which leads me to believe that June of 2019 was the last time this was formally programmed at CSC. I haven't logged a score in this workout since July of 2017. So I have no idea, and I have not done this one yet, but I will. I'm looking forward to it. Now, keep in mind a few things about Randy. Again, it is meant to be light, and because it's meant to be light, that's why you see you hear some of these times that are pretty low, because it is meant to be sort of a, hey, how quickly can I move 75 snatches, right? It's not meant to be, how long does it take me to snatch 75 at this weight? That's not it. It is, here's a weight that I, in fact, know I can move many at a time, touch and go, say like 15 to 20 or even more than that. And at that loading, how long is it going to take me to do 75, right? Think of I like the analogy of like a strong man, right? Somebody that you give them a 75-pound barbell, and it's like a toothpick to them. maybe not a toothpick, but you give a 75-pound barbell to a strong man who can move that bar very easily. The question is not, can he do it? The question is not even, can he snatch many at a time and go unbroken? The question is, how are his lungs going to hold up after the volume, right? Like, he might be able to move 30 in a row easily, but what's starting to happen to his aerobic capacity when he gets to that point, right? How long does it take him to go from aerobic to anaerobic? Doing a movement that requires time under tension and technique and all of that. That is the point of Randy. It's definitely not, hey, I can snatch that weight, so let me just see how long it takes me to do it 75 times. It is, everyone should pick a weight that is known to be light to them, that they can touch and go for 15 to 20, and then see how quickly does that technique and ability to touch and go erode because of the volume. Hopefully that makes sense. And so we'll be enforcing what I just said in class tomorrow, but ultimately we're going to cap it at 15 just in case anybody makes a mistake, but ultimately we want to see quick times because we've had a good week, and we have a really good one planned for you on Saturday. So let's get a quick time. Let's live to see another day. Let's all show up on Saturday and do a good one. All right? Enjoy.